We are in the kitchen with the diva of deliciousness, Tinky Weisblat. Tinky, what are we making today?
We're making two thoroughly unrelated products. I just felt like making them, okay?
It's a mustard cupcake day.
Yeah, we're making mustard because it's that time of year when we need a lot of condiments. It's not time to make ketchup yet because we only make ketchup when tomatoes go way, way, way on sale.
Okay. Oh,
because
I like
it cooks
that.
way down. But we're doing mustard because you can make it anytime. So the first step in making the mustard is to make herbal vinegar. So that's going to be very quick. So
it's very potent.
Probably, I know well.
Yeah, watch out! Don't huff this.
You can do this two ways. I'm doing it the easy way. Surprise! So you can take raw, that is cold vinegar, and pour it over herbs, and then you wait like 3 weeks.
Okay.
Or you can take warm vinegar, which is not boiled but is quite warm, and we can all smell it here.
Very aromatic.
Yes. And so this is a warm mason jar I'm holding in my hand, and you're going to put some tarragon in it.
Okay.
Lots of tarragon. And you don't have to break it up. Just put the whole sprigs in.
Well then.
Yeah, just put bunches of, you can even fold it over and just stuff it in.
Perfect.
There we go.
There we go.
Jar full of tarragon.
Jar full of tarragon, canning funnel to make things a little bit neater. I'll probably still
add some extra fun.
Then we pour our warm vinegar. I should have said what I did beforehand was I filled this mason jar with hot water.
Okay.
And then dumped it out, and that way it's not going to be so shocked.
Okay.
When
Oh,
the
might
hot
crack the
vinegar
glass
comes
or something
in.
like that.
Well, mason jars are pretty sturdy, but I like to do that. And of course, it's a clean, sterilized jar, need I say. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we pour our vinegar in. Then, look at that.
How long does it need to sit until it has its intended effect?
It's going to take about 3 days.
Okay.
But that's we have others, so
we don't need to wait 3 days.
But basically, then what you're going to do is you're going to cover it. Only I don't have the cover right here, but believe me, there's a cover. You cover it loosely to start with. If you cover it tightly now, because the vinegar is hot, it could like explode in your kitchen.
Oh, that's fun.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. So cover it loosely, and then later in the day, cover it. Go ahead and tighten your lid, and then just turn it. Put it in a dark place. Turn it twice a day.
Dark place. Turn it
2
twice
to
a day.
3 days, and you're ready.
All right.
So now we're moving on to the mustard.
Yes.
And we're not going to do all of it. We're going to do some of it. So we start with mustard seeds. And we're using here we're using here yellow mustard. You can use yellow mustard, brown mustard, a mixture of the two. And the first thing you want to do is use a pestle, or if you don't have a pestle, a big spoon or a rolling pin or something. Yeah, you just want to kind of mush it around to release some of its oil. And if you don't have anything, don't worry about it, but it's nice to release the oils a little bit.
Yeah. Now, mustard seeds, do you buy them? Do you grow them? How does this
I buy them in any place with a bulk bin. There may be places also that have them in a jar, but I usually just go to the bulk bin and then I get as many as I need.
Because, Tinky, I wonder, you might not know the answer to this, but you might.
I will try.
I grew mustard greens this year, and then they all went to seed, and there was little pods. Is that the same as these? Probably not.
I have no clue.
I've sent to Tinky. That's okay. You don't need to know.
I would think so, but you just don't know.
You just don't know. So good thing I didn't bring them in today.
So basically, I'm going to walk you through the next process because we're going to move on to our next step. So after this has been done, this only takes, so the whole making of it between the 3 days for this and this is going to take a day.
Okay.
That's why we have some made up with us. So after this has been pulverized a little bit.
Yes.
You pour in a little bit of ground mustard, and that's more concentrated, so it's spicier. And again, more to taste. You pour in some of your herbal vinegar.
Herbal vinegar, okay.
Leave it for 10 minutes. Don't ask me why. Put in some water, then cover it.
Yeah.
Overnight. The next day, da-da, da-da.
It is the next day. Turn around.
So
It's the
moral of the
next
story, if you want to make mustard, start right now, and you can have it for the weekend, right?
That's right,
You'll
exactly.
Have a nice Sunday mustard fest.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, I shouldn't have said that, because then you wait a week before you eat it.
Okay, so if you want to have some
age.
great mustard, start it right now.
A week and a half.
And by August, you'll have some great mustard.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
But it's worth waiting for.
It's worth it, apparently.
Okay, so we're going to turn on our, so all of that is in here.
Okay.
The mustard, the vinegar, the water. And we're going to add a little bit of salt.
Okay.
We're going to add, I know it's hard to measure because my honey's a little messy. We're going to add the equivalent of about 2 tablespoons of honey.
Tell me when.
Again, if you like it sweeter, Go ahead.
Now,
job,
is this putting the
Stutman.
honey in
Maybe a little
mustard?
bit.
So we're making honey mustard.
We're making slightly honey mustard, and if you wanted, I think that's probably
Okay.
enough. If you wanted really honey mustard, you could put a ton more honey in, but let's not get carried away.
No.
It's a condiment, and it's not supposed to be too sweet.
Exactly.
In my opinion.
So then we pulverize. We're good to
We
go.
pulverize. Shall we pulverize, or shall we just move on to tasting?
Let's move on to tasting because we
move-
have the finished pulverized product right here.
Okay.
A little bit of chicken
Yeah,
sauce.
and you'll notice that every time I make it, this looks a little thick. Every time I make it, it's a different consistency, but
Thank
it's
you,
always
Seth.
good. And you can see whether, if it's too spicy for you, put in less of the mustard powder.
Oh, thank you.
It's good.
Worth the wait.
Yeah.
Very
You can
good.
have mustard in August, folks, if you want this
You
recipe.
can have mustard in a week and a half. Pay no attention to Seth.
I love you, Tinky.
I love
Well,
you
later in the
too,
show,
Seth.
you're making
We're
strawberry.
making cupcakes with strawberry icing. They're so
Very
pretty.
delicious.
I love it. Always a pleasure having you here.
Likewise.
MyMassappeal.com. That's